You are on the line. Of course, I'm Juan Roque, as always, with my partner in crime, my brother, the Rhino Ryan Knowles. And we're going to talk about UCLA, Rhino. This is a big game for a lot of reasons. Number one, ASU, this is a grudge match.
Oh, yeah.
Last season, we went with a Cal Caldwell. We're at Firehouse. It was a packed house. I remember a lot of people watching this game, Rhino. And it just unraveled. ASU was ahead late in the game. UCLA came back. They scored late. We'll get a little bit of that in a second.
That was kind of the beginning of the end of the Dennis Erickson era. Right?
Nelson Rosario on a fourth down or a 3rd and 28 or whatever it was.
Too many big plays. That was the defensive
down to the 6-yard line that led to a Bruin touchdown late. And then, of course, Alex Garut, who had already missed 2 field goals up to that point, misses from 46 yards as time expires. ASU loses 29-28, the beginning of the 4-game skid, Rhino. So this right there, if that's not incentive enough, I don't know what else is going to get you fired up.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they definitely have to have their revenge on their minds because, I mean, even though this is a new coaching staff for UCLA from last year, this is still, there are a lot of players who are on that team.
Absolutely.
This is a game that I feel like ASU really needs. They really I think they really want to come back out and have a strong showing after that disappointing loss to UCLA.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm sorry, to Oregon. And this is their homecoming. This is a game that I feel like they really need to have to become bowl eligible and really say, you know, hey, we're not going away. This is still our division that we want to come away with.
Right, and
we want to see Oregon again.
And you know, it has to be, as a former player, I know it would be eating at my craw, Rhino, that UCLA went on to play in the Pac-12 championship game with a 6-6 record, and of course they were 6-7 against the total bowl game.
Thanks to USC,
yeah, exactly. And you know, to me, this is one of, as a final 5 games, this is the first of 3 grudge matches. Wazoo, Arizona, because these are teams that we lost to that we should have beat. And then, of course, the Cal debacle at the end of the season, which we already knew at that point it had unraveled so badly.
Yeah, and then, of course, you got USC sandwiched in there. I mean, this is a big stretch right here.
It's a huge game.
Oh yeah,
huge game.
This is a big stretch right here for the Sun Devils. I mean, obviously they want to come out and prove that Oregon game, this is still a strong team,
absolutely,
a bowl-worthy team, a good bowl-worthy team, and one that needs to be taken, you know, into consideration when you're talking about the good teams in the conference. And, you know, I mean, this is a game that, I mean, there's a lot of ties to players and coaches on this team.
A couple of coaches over there on the Bruin side.
About, you know, former ASU offensive coordinator Noel Mazzone, same position at UCLA.
Designed runs and swing passes.
The former head of recruiting here, Steve Broussard. He's the head of recruiting at UCLA now. He's also the running backs coach. And former receivers coach Eric Yarber holds the same position there. Plus, these 2 teams have fought over a lot of recruits. Randall Goforth, the defensive back, a lot of his teammates from Long Beach Polytechnic play for ASU now. You know, guys, Brett Hundley, the starting quarterback right now, he's a local product from Chandler. And you also got another Chandler product, Javon Williams, who's a contributing wide receiver. These 2 teams have butted heads over these recruits recently, including quarterback T.J. Millward, who was an ASU signing, followed Noel Mazzone to UCLA. So there's a lot of storylines here. You definitely want to have a good showing. I think you really need this game from a confidence standpoint.
Absolutely.
You need to prove to yourself that you're still a class of the conference, that you can play with anybody, and that you know that Oregon game was just a lot of bad luck coupled with going up against a great team. You know,
lost to a better team, but UCLA is not a better team. This is a winnable game.
UCLA, and you know, we'll talk about UCLA in the preview in a little bit. But I mean, they've been on a little bit of a skid of their own of late. Of course, that ugly loss to Cal on the road a couple weeks ago, and then that you know, obviously that narrow win over Utah last week. So I mean, this is a team that's riding the skids a little bit. They're going on the road. This is an early game. There's a lot of things I think going in ASU's favor, especially with that chip on their shoulder coming off that bad loss last week.
Right.
So I definitely like ASU's chances going in here.
And I definitely do not like UCLA. I didn't like them growing up when they tried to recruit me. I told them, heck no, I'm not interested. And just talk about a couple of things as we wind this segment down as why is this game is important. I think from the Todd Graham perspective is you got to get your troops refocused. You got to get them reorganized, like you said, Rhino. Let's get the group together. Go out there, play Sun Devil football. You're at home. You're in front of your fans. It's homecoming. You know, ASU is going to be honoring the NFL Sun Devils, guys that were on opening day NFL rosters, including myself, on Friday. So there's a lot of added incentive. There's going to be a lot of people and a lot of alumni at this game. From a pride standpoint, this is a game where they need to regroup, kick some serious Bruin butt. Make them black and blue. Send them back to Westwood. 5-3. Us moving to 6-2, and then on top of that, Todd Graham, this is an opportunity for him to show that his team will not be hungover from a loss, that they can rebound and come back and win a big football game. So
no doubt.
Definitely get out there Saturday, wear your gold, wear maroon, whatever you want. The team's going to be in black and gold pants.
We're going to be there.
We'll be there for sure, absolutely. And get out there and support the Sun Devils. This is going to be a great win. I think that they're going to show a lot of people what they're really made of. So that's going to wind it down for why this game is important this week. Let us know what you think is important. Join the conversation, of course. You're always welcome to. And don't go away, because when we get back, let's talk about the Bruin offense. See what ASU's defense is going to be facing.